If you remember how to do basic math, well, this should be a very easy problem to solve without the aid of a calculator. All right, so let's take a look at the question. We have 3 to the 4 divided by 2 times 2 minus 4 power. Okay, so which is the correct answer? So is it A, 0, B, 1, C, 3, or D, 9? All right, so the only rule here is no calculators, but if you think you know the answer, go ahead and put that into the comment section. I'm going to go ahead and explain this right now step by step. So the first step to solve this problem is to figure out what this value is right here. So this part of the power is called the exponent, but if we knew what this entire thing right here was equal to, well, then we can easily determine the power. So for example, if we have 3 squared, this means take 3 and multiply it by itself. So here we have 2 3's, and of course 3 times 3 is 9. So what we want to do here is figure out what all of this is equal to. So effectively we have a math problem within a math problem. All right, now this brings us to a very, very critical part of basic math, matter of fact, of all of mathematics, and that is something called the order of operations. So a mathematical operator is something like division, multiplication, subtraction, addition, powers, and even parentheses. So the way or the order in which you do this problem will generate different values. In other words, if we maybe start right here with subtraction and then do division, then multiplication last, well, you're going to end up with one value. Or if you want to start with multiplication, then division, then subtraction, you'll end up with another value, etc., etc. So you need to know the correct order to do these mathematical operations. And that brings me to this little phrase right here called PEMDAS. Now, hopefully you know about PEMDAS, and if you don't, I'm going to give you a quick crash course on the order of operations. So PEMDAS is an acronym, but effectively it's a checklist that goes from left to right. Now, before I tell you what these letters stand for, I'm going to give you a little memory aid, and that is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. One more time, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That phrase has been around forever, and hopefully you will never forget PEMDAS. Okay, so once again, this is a checklist that goes from left to right, and we're going to be using this checklist to determine what steps to take in our problem. All right, so the P stands for parentheses, but really it stands for grouping symbols. So anytime you have brackets or these kind of squiggly brackets or these type of parentheses, these are symbols that we use to group numbers, okay? Now, if you have a math problem with, let's say, a set of parentheses inside of a set of brackets, what you're going to do is start with the innermost parentheses, and then work your way out. Okay, so that is what the P stands for. Now, not every math problem is going to have parentheses, but if it does, that's where you're going to start. All right, now E stands for exponents, but you can just kind of think of that as powers. So once again, if you had like 2 to the 3rd power, this part of the power is called the exponent. This part down here is called the base. The entire thing is a power. So again, after you determine if you have any parentheses in your problem, you're going to look for powers next. Okay, now again, you may not have parentheses and you may not have powers. So M, D, A, and S, matter of fact, let me just tell you what these stand for, and then we'll talk about how to correctly apply the order of operations here. So M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. Now, so many students, they're pretty familiar with PEMDAS. They'll be like, oh, okay, I got to do parentheses first, then exponents and powers next, and then multiplication next, because we're doing this checklist from left to right, and then division, and then addition and subtraction. Well, that is not the way this works. Okay, so the way this works is the following. So the next thing to do after your parentheses and powers is any multiplication and division. So if you have multiplication and division, you're going to do whatever you see first from left to right. Okay, so for example, if you have division and then multiplication in your problem this way from left to right, you're going to do the division first. Okay, but if you have multiplication and then the division to the right of the multiplication, you're going to do the multiplication first because it's what you see first from left to right, and addition and subtraction work the same way. Okay, so this is what we have to keep in mind in order to figure out what the correct value is of this exponent. All right, so let's go ahead and apply PEMDAS, or the order of operations, to our problem. Now, if you want to pause the video and see if you can do this, again, without the aid of a calculator, let's see if you can figure out what the correct exponent is, and then, of course, we'll take the next step in terms of evaluating this power. Okay, so just take it one step at a time and ask yourself, do I have any parentheses? Do I have any exponents? Do I have any multiplication and division? And do I have any addition and subtraction? All right, so let's go ahead and start now. So do we have any parentheses? Well, not really, but you could put a set of parentheses up here. So the key thing is to recognize that we have to focus on simplifying the exponent. All right, so do we have any exponents up here? Well, we do. Okay, obviously this is an exponent of this bigger problem, but up here we need to figure out what this exponent is equal to. So we can't take this power until we've figured out what this entire thing is equal to. So technically you can group these numbers up in the exponent together with a set of parentheses, meaning that you got to figure out what this entire value is before you can take the power. All right, so if some of you were confused about that, well, hopefully now this makes sense. All right, so now we need to take a look at our M and D and ask ourselves, do we have any multiplication and division? All right, so we're going to scan the problem, and here we have division, here we have multiplication. What do we see first from left to right? Well, we see division first. Obviously, you can see I have it underlined, so this is our first step. Okay, so 4 divided by 2, we're talking about basic math here. That, of course, is 2. All right, so now our problem is 3 to the 2 times 2 minus 4 power. Okay, so again, you want to be referencing your PEMDAS checklist here and take care of all multiplication and division before you move on to addition and subtraction. So of course here we're going to have to figure out what 2 times 2 is before we take that next step. All right, so here is our problem. Now just for those of you that are still learning basic math or forgot all this stuff, I'll keep my little PEMDAS checklist here. So go ahead and simplify this, and then of course we're going to figure out how to evaluate the final answer in just 1 second. Are you struggling in math because of confusing lessons? Maybe the teacher's not showing you all the steps you need, or things are happening too fast. Well, there is a better way. So come on over to my math help program at tcmathacademy.com. There you'll find clear step-by-step instruction by me that will definitely make a huge difference in your math success. So make sure to check out all my courses by following the links in the description. Okay, so just a few more steps to take to get the right answer here. So we need to finish with all multiplication and division. So we have to figure out what 2 times 2 is, get that answer, and then subtract 4. So 2 times 2 is, of course, 4. So we're going to end up with this expression right here, 3 to the 4 minus 4 power. All right, so 4 minus 4 is, of course, 0. So now we have this expression right here. So if you got to this point in the problem, that is fantastic. And if you're like, hey, Mr. YouTube Math Man, I don't really know what 3 to the 0 power is. What does that mean? Well, maybe the answer is 0. Okay, well, that's a pretty good guess. Unfortunately, that's wrong. Anything to the 0 power in math is equal to 1. Okay, so the final answer here is 1. So again, anything to the 0 power is 1. 3 to the 0 is 1. X to the 0 is equal to 1. And any other expression to the 0 power is 1. And if you didn't know that, well, now you know it. And hopefully, you'll learn something not only about powers, but the order of operations. But remember, my videos are not about making anyone feel bad. about learning math. If you don't know something, it's just a kind of reference point of where you're currently at in your math skills. And again, if you want to relearn mathematics, you definitely can. But hopefully this little video helped you out. And if that's the case, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your math adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.